the last episode of this entire series of Holy Overworking, where we build every single character in HSR after the second anniversary as of 3.2, right? This is gonna be how do you build every single remembrance, every single remembrance unit. A grand total of 2. Mimi and Aglaea, because yes, I have my morals. I did not pull for characters. So, yep, I actually gave myself a discount today, guys. Very, very good. Oh, yeah, but genuinely, all right, on a serious note, Casuar's build, I think she's very, very fresh. If you want to, feel free to check out my Casuar's early tests, my Casuar's guys. I've done a lot of extensive builds for her. TLDR, very straightforward as well. 4-piece poet, 2-piece bone, HP, slam HP, slam everything to HP. Main chest to be crit damage chest, and then that's pretty much it, right? Slam on crit values, no speed, all in HP, all in crit, done. Super, super easy to build. Super, super easy to build, right? That's pretty much it. Okay, for Aglaea and Mimi, I think for Mimi first, since Mimi is also a little bit more straightforward, you want to slam on like your classic speed builds. Alright, you want to slam on like your classic speed builds again, which is gonna be trying to get to 200 speed effective again. Unfortunately, I can't really hit 200 speed effective on herself without the 4-piece ego, and I'm running out. I don't want to keep changing my gears because this fucking game doesn't have relic presets, so it is what it is. You can hit the specific thresholds running DDD on other units, for example with 3B, right? So if you're going to be running 3B with RMC, the specific speed you need to hit for, I believe, 2 DDD procs is going to be 168. So I'm actually missing 1 speed, and I am gonna crash out. Where is my 1 speed? There we go. Okay, correction, I'm no longer missing 1 speed. I'm actually over speed, right? So the requirement with 2 DDD procs under 3B, which is a very, very common pairing if you want to slap around with 3B for your Casuar's, for your Mighty, for whatever fuck it is going to be 168. So as long as you have 168 speed after 2 DDDs, you are able to be an effective 200 speed combat, and you should be using this as a benchmark for pretty much any single of the support. I am going to be running her with a crit damage main stat, ice damage boost body, because ideally, technically Mimi does do a little bit of damage, not gonna lie. Mimi can cook, right? Because the ultimate is guaranteed crit, and if you stack this on, it could be pretty substantial. So I went for the ice just for a little bit more of a boost. In case you guys forgot, I think one of the cooks that Sarah helped me out last time was changing this to ice damage boost, and it instantly got a 0 cycle. So damage is damage. I'm going for the ice damage boost just a little bit more. Energy regeneration rope as always. Speed boost, crit damage. Keep in mind, if you are gonna be running RMC with Casuar's, you want to change this into a HP main stat. Because if you change it into a HP main stat, you actually generate more charge for your Casuar's as a whole, which can cycle a Casuar's a little bit faster. Especially if you're missing that little bit, like 2 or 3% from Casuar's charge, it'll be very, very annoying. So changing this to HP is completely fine. Even though you miss a little bit of Mimi's damage, it is gonna be a worthwhile investment for the trade-off, right? But since I don't have Casuar's, crit damage is going to be my main sort of video, and then everything else is just going to be spamming speed as well as crit damage, exactly like how you would build a, basically this is like ultra speed Sunday. Alright, so you want to build like a hyper speed ultra speed Sunday. This is basically how you would build without the 2-piece, just make it into a 4-piece Sacrifice for Sunday. But yeah, this is pretty much my Mimi. Light Cone, you can run the Victory in the Blink. You can also go for the Herda style Light Cone. You can also go for, if you really want to be a fucking degenerate, I don't even know why you would do this, just for funny numbers, you could run Aglaea's signature and just get like ridiculous fucking speed. But I don't think anyone will ever do this. But it's up to you to decide, right? Then this is gonna be that for my Mimi. Very, very straightforward. That's pretty much it. And then for Aglaea, right? This is gonna be the final remembrance unit right here. Okay, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time to cook. I have been hearing and seeing a lot of like comments like back in the days as well, when she first launched, you shouldn't be running her with like a slow Sunday. You should be running her with a fast Sunday and slow Aglaea. These people, they are not talking about their highest possible damage. They are talking about in an extended, prolonged period of fight, your Aglaea will run out of gas. She will run out of juice if you do the 2x speed Aglaea plus 1 Sunday. The moment she runs out of the ultimate uptime, she loses tremendous damage. So that is why especially for players that doesn't have access to good gears or good items or good investment, where your Aglaea cannot maintain 100% ultimate uptime, either because she doesn't have enough energy or you cannot end the fight fast enough, then you need to change this into the fast Sunday and slower Aglaea, so that she can guarantee a 100% ultimate. That should be your #1 priority, right? The 2x speed Aglaea and 1x speed Sunday, this already assumes that you can have 100% ultimate uptime because you kill everything. Everything dies before you ever run out of your ultimate. And even on this setup, you can see from cover of my Aglaea runs, there are a few scenarios where I actually barely have enough energy to get to my 100% ultimate time. So this actually does in fact occur. So in order to prevent this from happening, if you don't want to care about the 0 cycles, all that kind of stuff, you can go for the fast Sunday slower Aglaea, which is basically Aglaea on attack boots, right? Because she already has a shit ton of speed built in. Just get it to attack boots and get it to be as slow as possible, and then slam everything to crit value. But for the crit value things, like your crit rate is always going to be capped at 80% because you are going to be running Aglaea Sunday. No debate. That's pretty much it. So if that's going to be the case, 80% crit rate, then slam everything back into crit damage if you don't care about speed, right? If you do want to run the fastest, most absolute highest damage seeding build, this will be the build, which is 160 speed, above 160 speed Aglaea with 133.4 Sunday. For me, I actually have to adjust this a little bit because my E2 Bubbin is ruining my life. Because my E2 Bubbin has a 60% speed buff. This actually ruins my speed tuning a little bit, and I have to account for an even slower Sunday and an even faster Aglaea just to make sure that the gap doesn't get too wide. So this E2 Bubbin kind of ruins it for me. But if you don't have an E2 Bubbin, just stick to the 160 / the 133.4 and you will be comfortable. I have to intentionally nerf my Sunday speed so that we can still get 134 in combat, but my Aglaea is still 2 times the speed of Sunday, right? So that is pretty much it for the Aglaea build. So for the build itself, it's gonna be, you know, something like this, something like this, something like this, something like this. Right, this is, you know, actually, oof. Wait, this is better. Oh shit, yo, 100% crit rate. Boom, done. 0.1 overcap. 0.1 overcap. Very, very good. Energy regeneration rope, as well as the attack percent. If you, I really can't imagine why you would ever not run energy regeneration. You could run an attack percentage if you really have no issues with the energy at all. So this is probably happening if you are gonna be running the slow Aglaea, right? To maintain 100% ultimate time, you could actually go for an attack percentage rope, because that means you are not going to be going as fast for your garment maker. Or if you already have a E1 Aglaea and you want to slam all in damage, then you can just go for that attack. Otherwise, for majority of the population, energy generation is going to be the best choice. Eidolons, this is really, really, really good. And in fact, this is so good that some people have even been saying, why the hell Aglaea is not a unit without E1? Like, straight up, if you don't have Sunday and you don't have E1, she's not a unit. Which, to a certain extent, she feels extremely, extremely clunky to play without Sunday or E1 compared to all of the other version 3 DPS that came around the box, right? So if you do have Sunday, you definitely don't really need this, but this makes her feel even more synergistic with Sunday, right? So it's a little bit like a cherry on top of the cake situation. For the signature icon, if you don't want to run this, then you can never hit 160 speed. It is just not possible. You could hit 160, but you need to roll like 3.5 speed rolls for every single relic, which is extremely, extremely difficult. So if you don't have this, just go back to the original E0 as your Aglaea with a fast Sunday build, right? So that is pretty much it for Aglaea. And before we end off this video, I'll just quickly yap a little bit more, which is gonna be Hyacine. Now, I don't know what Hyacine is gonna do yet, right? I don't look at leakers, right? I always play the game when it comes out on the early access review, but the Hyacine build is gonna be coming out very, very soon anyways, in less than 4 days, because the early access is gonna be coming out on Wednesday. So I'll be going through how Hyacine work is gonna be. But if I were to make a guess, she is most likely gonna be making use of the brand new 2-piece. That is gonna be the, where is it? She is most likely gonna be making use of the giant tree set, because, you know, from the way it worded, right, increase speed for 6%, and then all the way up to 180. This outgoing healing boost increase by 20%. So most likely Hyacine is gonna be an extremely, extremely fast unit. And then the brand new 4-piece most likely will also be Hyacine's 4-piece, because at this current point of time, we don't really ever have a healer 4-piece since version 1, if you think about it. Because the only healer 4-piece that we've gotten is Passerby. And Passerby is like 2023. we have not gotten a healer update for like 10,000 years by now. So most healers nowadays, you either run the slamming all-in speed, which is 2p speed, 2p speed, or you go for 2p speed and 2p outgoing. Very little people actually run 4p passerby just for the additional 1 skill point. But other than that, I do believe that if you are trying to pre-farm for Hyacine, you're trying to build Hyacine a little bit in advance, I would say just kind of wait and see what the relic actually does in version 3.3, which I will also be going through in the early access server, which is going to be coming in less than 3 days from now. Right? So with that, we have come to the end of the entire series of how do I build every single unit in HSR, pretty much every single unit in HSR. I didn't really go through some of them because it's a little bit of a rip, but I know wholly overworking. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you have any questions, feel free to join the Discord and check out our chat, or leave in the comments below. Our word of the day is gonna be wholly overworking. Join Discord, join. Oh my god, I'm finally done.